Little Miss Giggles. Can you giggle and eat cornflakes at the same time? Little Miss Giggles could. Do you giggle while you're asleep? Little Miss Giggles did. Did you giggle while brushing your teeth? Little Miss Giggles could. She was the giggliest girl in the world, and she lived in Chocolate Cottage. But one terrible day last summer, you'll never guess what happened. She lost her giggle. Just like that, gone. And she woke up giggling as usual. She had giggled her way down the stairs as usual. She giggled while she was having breakfast as usual. But while she was out walking in the woods around Chocolate Cottage, she realised she wasn't giggling. She stopped. That's odd, she thought to herself. How ordinarily she would have giggled to herself, but not today. She tried. Nothing happened. She tried again. Nothing happened again. Oh dear, she thought miserably. And she walked along, a little tear trickled down her cheek. But then she met Mr. Happy, who was out for his usual morning stroll. Hello, little Miss Giggles, he laughed. How are we feeling today? But then he noticed her sad little face. What happened, he asked anxiously. You're the happiest person I know. Then he paused. Next to myself, of course, he added hastily. I've lost my giggle, she explained miserably. You lost your giggle? He asked in bewilderment. Mr. Happy scratched his head. Well, we'll just have to find it again, won't we? Little Miss Giggle nodded, but not very hopefully. Come on, he said, and he seized her by the hand and he took her off to see Mr. Funny. There's no one like Mr. Funny for a good giggle, he said. But it was no use. Mr. Funny tried and tried to produce a giggle, even a chuckle, even a smile. Little Miss Giggles couldn't. Tell you what, said Mr. Funny, I'll tell you my very latest joke. Made it myself, he added modestly. Very funny. He could hardly get to the end of a joke for laughing. When he had finished, both he and Mr. Happy nearly fell over. They were laughing so much. But not little Miss Giggles. It was no use, she sighed. I'm going to have to be miserable for the rest of my life. I know I am. And then she thought, I have to change my name, she sobbed. And she started to cry again, big fat tears. Oh dear me. So Mr. Happy took her to see Mr. Topsy-Turvy to ask his advice. Good morning, he said cheerfully, when he caught sight of little Miss Giggles' sad face. What's the matter, he said. He always spoke back to front. Mr. Happy explained what happened. Oh dear, oh, he exclaimed. And then he thought, Doctor the sea to take her. That's a good idea, said Mr. Happy, and he took her straight away to see Dr. Make You Well. Mr. Happy told the doctor all about little Miss Giggles' lack of giggle. He said, put your tongue out. Not you, silly Billy, he said to Mr. Happy. Little Miss Giggles put her tongue out. Looks all right to me, said Dr. Make You Well. Open your mouth. Dr. Make You Well peered inside. You're all right. Not a giggle inside. I'm sorry, he added, but there's nothing I can do. You just have to wait for your giggle to come back. Poor little Miss Giggles. Mr. Happy took her home, and even he by this time was not looking cheerful. What a sorry sight, don't you think? Why don't you just try to giggle, he said hopefully. Little Miss Giggles opened her mouth. Ha 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 ha, she said dolefully. He, she said miserably. Ho ho ho, she said mournfully. It was no use. No use at all. I'm sorry I can't help, said Mr. Happy, as we reached the garden gate of Chocolate Cottage. And as little Miss Giggle went sadly through a door, he went home to think. The idea came to him whilst he was having lunch. He rubbed his hands with glee. Tee-hee, he chuckled to himself. And later that afternoon he knocked on the front door of Chocolate Cottage. Who's there? Asked a sad little voice. It's me, called out Mr. Happy. I have a present for you. Little Miss Giggle looked for the invisible door, opened up the door. Here you are, said Mr. Happy, and handed her a large box. On top of the box it said in large letters, one giggle, medium size, this side up, handle with care. Little Miss Giggle looked at the box in amazement. What is it? She asked. It's what it says it is, laughed Mr. Happy. You lost your giggle, so I've got you a new one. That giggle cost me a lot of money, he added. Little Miss Giggles opened the box, but there's nothing inside it, she exclaimed. Of course not, said Miss Tappy. Giggles are invisible. But that's absolutely ridiculous, said Little Miss Giggles. Is it? Chuckled Miss Tappy. Of course it is, she giggled. She giggled! She giggled! Happy New Year, Jake!